Yeah, it's me, the Iceman, back up in you one more again. This is the Morris OG Speaks channel on YouTube. Welcome. Please subscribe and like the video. Please subscribe and like the video. And please copy and paste the link to the video on all your social media platforms. Can you dig it? Uh, Hope you guys had a great weekend. I wanted to talk to you guys about federal grants. And, as far as I know, there are no grants specifically earmarked for Black Americans. Okay? Now, there may be one out there for, they might have one out there for, uh, well, let's forget that. Anyway, the grants come from the Department of Education. They're federal grants, and they could be anywhere from anything from curriculum, uh, curriculum help, setting up a tutoring business. You need a grant to buy computers and all, and laptops and all that, and software and all that kind of stuff. Well, you would be surprised to find out that the Democrats have been giving, and Republicans have been giving millions of dollars. And when I say millions, I'm talking like hundreds of millions of dollars, called a 25% earmark specifically for Latinos. You hear me? It says it's for Latinos, and yet they tell you and I that we ain't got no money. It's not feasible for reparations. You see how these folks, and see, you really see it in California because they got all kinds of tutoring for these these old illegals and these Latinos. They got uh, 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 just all types of education services for them. So the Latino enrollment in colleges and universities in California is pretty high. It's higher than it used to be because look at all the help they're getting. I keep telling you guys, and I'm gonna say this over and over and over again. Every other group, Asians, Caucasians, so-called Latinos, Native Americans, all these other groups get, they all receive federal help. And the only reason why they are in the position they're in economically today is because the government has been subsidizing them. Meanwhile, they make sure they take our tax money and give us no representation. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? See how foul these people are? And the Republicans can't say they didn't know about it because they sign off on this stuff every year. And they've been getting this grant since Clinton was in there. Can you believe that? Because I was telling somebody, every now and then I go back out there to Cali. And I was telling somebody, I said, man, this show is a lot of, I said, man, these wetbacks, these illegals, these these old Latinos. I said, man, LA, it didn't used to be saturated with these people. And now look at them. Because, and remember last year, remember I told you a $2 billion lottery, a $2 billion lottery ticket was sold the first time, and a $1.3 billion ticket was sold the second time. It was sold in the same by Alvarado Park. Alvarado Park. I used to work for these Jews down there, for these Jewish people. So I used to go. I know where Alvarado Park is, and that's all Mexican, all that. And I was like, man, this sure is developed out here. I said, man, these people popped up out of nowhere. They buying houses on my old street where I grew up at. I know those houses, those little tiny ass houses of 400,000 or 500, or 400,000. I'm like, where they get money from? I know it's a black woman that bought my old house. But I mean, come on, man. Millions? Hundreds of millions? And see, Trump just cut that off about, when did he do that? He shut that grant program down about 3 or 4 months ago. Because I remember when he did it. But I kept forgetting to do a lecture on this. So these fools, you see how these fools get down? They sit, man, they set up here. They got all the money in the world for these people, but they ain't got none for us. Black people, this is why you got to get politically involved, man. You don't necessarily have to get up and go to nobody's meeting, but there's a lot of social media groups on some of these apps, Facebook, Instagram. They got groups of folks, talking about certain issues. Y'all know that more than I do. Y'all hip. Y'all got to be more hip to that than I am. Anyway, these people been getting, man, DACA. They got all kind of stuff, man. And we're paying for this stuff. Our tax dollars are paying to take care of these illegal aliens, and they up here calling us Mayate, Chinquitos, and niggers. Can you dig it? I mean, come on, man. Is that what we're working with? Come on, man. Hey, man, let me holler at y'all for a minute. I don't like people picking my pocket. Now, I'm not going to speak for you, but I know for me, I don't like nobody picking my pockets. And that's what they doing when they're taking tax dollars, state and federal, and in some cases, city, county, state, and federal. I know they do that out there in California, out in Southern California. And I mean, come on, man. Where's all this money coming from for all these programs, for everybody else? Black folks, this is why we have to stop accepting getting shitted on by the Democrats and the Republicans. Okay? I told you, I support agendas, not candidates, and definitely not political parties. Because that's how we got in the mess we're in today. Okay? And yes, we've been slowly but surely every election or midterm or whatever that comes along, we're voting less and less. So that's, Trump would not have gotten in there if it wasn't for us. He even said it. So I want to thank the African American community. Y'all helped me get elected. You see, we made a power move and we put the best possible person back in the White House. Because you know damn good and well if if Harris, if Kamala Harris would have won, you think we having misandry from feminism now? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet, player. Shit. Shit. Okay? You ain't seen shit. You digs? I'm tired of being taxed and I'm not getting any representation from the Republicans or the Democrats or any of these, knockoff political parties like the Green Party and all these other people. We got to get these career politicians out the paint, Republicans and Democrats. Remember, what is their agenda? Hey, what is your agenda? Now, they don't like to answer that question, but who gives a damn what they like? Answer my damn question. So, we got to get people from the grassroots on these ballots, man. That's something we're going to have to do. We're going to have to stop playing around and get this done. Because, Trump didn't make a habit of going after us. But if we put another Republican in there, are they going to come after us? Or are they going to continue Trump's legacy and what he was doing? Okay. Now, JD Vance really ain't president material. I mean, you already know that. I mean, he's an intelligent guy and all that, but you got to be, Trump is charismatic, and that's what helps him. And Vance has, little to no charisma, and that's something you really need to be a politician that's liked across races, across gender lines, across socioeconomic statuses. You digs? So, Sancho and them. You got to understand. Everybody else got billions of dollars rolling through their neighborhoods except for us. We have an annual aggregate income of $1.7 trillion, and 97% of that money is spent outside the black neighborhoods. This is how the Asians got rich. If you're still going to Asian restaurants and any Asian owned businesses, you need your ass kicked. As racist as these damn Asians are, and they putting their raggedy ass stores in our neighborhood, we need to find a way to get them closed and tell them to take their ass over there to Hunky McGee's neighborhood and pat his pockets. Because all those billions of dollars that are floating out there, ladies and gentlemen, that our money is going back to their neighborhoods, building up their communities. Meanwhile, our neighborhoods look like Beirut and the Gaza Strip. Is that acceptable? Because it ain't to me. That ain't acceptable. The day has come when the black man has to say, hey man, I've had enough. I'm tired of taxation without representation. And then when we get locked out of the economy, we get locked out of gainful employment, and what do? We go to the streets to make money, and they got a trap for us there called prison, giving black men football numbers, or you end up in Boot Hill. You know what Boot Hill is, okay? You got to understand something, man. It feel like we being robbed. It feel like as a black man in America, black people are getting robbed. We're getting straight up robbed, dog. I mean, they are legally reaching in our wallets and pocketbooks and in the sisters' purses and reaching in there and taking tax money out and then giving it to Sancho and Maria now to enrich them. What about us? What about enriching us? I don't see that. Do you? Because I don't. I don't see it. You dig? I don't see it. It's sad, man. This is some goofy ass shit. This is goofy dumb shit that just shouldn't have gone down. We shouldn't allow this to go this long. See, the reason why there's so much uproar around America is because black people are delineating and Trump is shutting all that free money down. And all these white folks are angry because their money, that all that free money that these Caucasians, mainly women, were getting, they got rich. They were living high on the hog. And then Trump came in there and started laying people off, firing people, in the federal government to save money, but also get rid of all the people that Biden hired. Because remember, I told you, uh, uh, how many he said? Trump said he fired, damn, I don't even remember the number, dude, but it was in the hundreds of thousands. He fired hundreds of thousands of lowlifes at the VA. And you know what that Jim Crow Joe Biden did when he got in there? He hired them back and gave them back pay. See, that's one, I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why Trump got pissed off and started just firing people. And see, that what did they call it? That shutdown, it was a reset legally. And then I knew he was gonna do this. The agriculture secretary said the other day that anybody who's on SNAP benefits right now, during the shutdown, you have to reapply. And ooh, I think that got these broken down single moms and these assorted bums out here. Oh, that got them in a lurch, man. Oh, they got their panties in a wad, dog. They got mad wedgies right now because of that. The reason why all these fools is running around talking about no kings and all this kind of nonsense is because Trump is running the country like Death Row Records. Okay? And he don't even like, I ain't, man, we ain't listening to you. We ain't listening to no women. This is all about men handling business, standing on business. Okay? And you got all these people talking about, I'm not going to celebrate because they cut the SNAP benefits. I'm not going to celebrate Christmas. You just now going to do that? I don't believe, especially these single moms, I don't believe none of these single moms are going to not go out on Black Friday and blow all their damn money like they normally do. Because, see, that's something to talk about. When you ghetto and you a hood rat, that's something to talk about, that you went out and spent all this money that you didn't have. I remember I used to have an auntie that lived in Compton that used to do that shit. She was always trying to front, and her money was shorter than a midget on his knees. Okay? Sad, man. And my mom used to talk about that woman. Oh, she used to talk about her ass. The mom was like, that woman is so trifling. Just trifling. And so these women up here talking about, they're gonna not celebrate this secular, uh, non-spiritual, commercial holiday. I don't believe none of these people. Okay? Because it wasn't just the hood rats, the white hood rats and the black hood rats and the Latino hood rats. It was men talking about doing it too. I'm like, I ain't celebrated Christmas since probably like almost 20 years. I don't celebrate Christmas. Matter of fact, I was into Christmas before I went to Desert Storm. After I came back, man, I was like, man, all this stuff is bullshit. That's what I said to myself when I got back. Okay? Dig it. But all these clowns talking about take my SNAP benefits. See, you gotta understand, man. You talking about reapplying. So all them women, they gotta go get all that paperwork and reapply. Because they, I guess they closed all of those accounts. And you gotta reapply. That was smart. Because Congress can't do shit about that. They made they hot as fish grease off of that. Because they can't mess with it. The president has the power to do that if he wants to. That's why we gotta keep a feminist woman, out of the White House. Now, they snuck good old Kamala Harris in there as vice president. She was more ceremonial than anything. She wasn't leading and doing nothing. All she was doing was obfuscating responsibility and yelling and acting a damn fool with her damn staff. Some of them even said she didn't do nothing most of the time. What an idiot. But anyway, man, I want to see what these fools gonna do, man. I don't believe these people gonna boycott Christmas. They've been celebrating it this long and tell them, oh, it's just for my kids. No, it's for you. Okay? You gonna tell your kids some fat ass white man came down the chimney and bought your children, gave your children gifts, and we your parents and we ain't gave you shit? I can't believe people teach their kids that bullshit. Okay? Now, the legend of Saint Nick is of a black man, from what I was told. That Saint Nick was supposed to, that character comes from a fat black dude. You don't know. Do your research. Anyway, subscribe. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you need any help with dating or life coaching, go to asktheiceman.com and get at me. Okay? And or email me at theiceman@yahoo.com. Can you dig it? All right, y'all. I'm probably gonna drop another video on Thursday. I think what I'm gonna do is do Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Okay? All right, man. Y'all take care. God bless. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. And I'm gonna see you on the flip side. Holler at your boy.